all of that money stayed in my pocket. So I went from making $26,000 a year, y'all, to having $26,000 cash in my account. And that's that leverage that she was talking about, where you can now start investing into the stock market, into your own businesses, all of these different things. And since 2015, like I said, I've lived rent-free and just, had this path to freedom and just like live life on my own terms. In addition to the tax benefits, there's leverage. There's not a lot of things that you can buy at 3.5% down, 10% down, 20% down, and you control 100% of that asset. Like I said, I didn't put anything down, and I made over a 9-year period $650,000 from something that's a 1,000,000% leverage. Like, you get what I'm saying to you? So there's not a lot of other stuff around this country and the world that you can leverage like real estate.
That's right. The cash flow from the rent that you receive, plus the stupid tax codes that you can avoid, as Donald Trump, as he said, he don't pay any taxes, which means he's smart. Well, that's the only thing he's ever said that made any sense. He is smart. He paid no taxes. So the tax savings and the cash flow gives you leverage and assets to do the next thing. So this is a perfect formula. Wonderful. My sister.
So you guys just said everything that I was going to say, but one thing that I think that we should really, really focus on with the real estate specifically that you can't do with other forms of investments is it has a utilitarian aspect of it. You're actually living in this home. You're actually enjoying this home. So while the value and the appreciation is increasing and your mortgage is decreasing over time, you're actually able to live your life there. And that's something that you cannot do with other assets.
Yeah, beautiful. Idea?
And as a CPA, we've already hit on the biggest unique aspect of real estate, right, which is leveraging the tax code. And I don't think a lot of people understand how big of a deal it is to have a home, a primary home, but also investment property. Because listen, the tax code is over 6,800 pages just itself, right? When you add in the IRS regulations and guidelines, it's over 75,000 pages. And it's not meant for the average worker. It's meant for the business owner and those who are investing in real estate, which is why, you eliminate paying your taxes. At the end of the day, our goal is to pay less to the IRS, right? So we need to have assets that will allow us to do that.
That's right. What are the current barriers that Black individuals face when trying to invest in real estate? And I know somebody has got to talk about credit. Now, when Nora Jean and I did our thing, as an entrepreneur, I had bad-ass credit, okay? Well, Jean had an American Express card. And so we used Jean, you sisters have good credit, right? You have good credit. It was the second most important reason I married Nora Jean. She had good credit. I had the ideas, she had the credit, right? First it started out as a situationship, right? And I said, I got to marry this sister, right? So, Constance.
You're crazy, Dr. Fraser. You
the
had
truth.
the ideas.
It's the truth now.
She had the credit. I love it.
It's the truth.
We can match that, yes. But it is credit, and I am a credit expert. But see, here's the thing about it. People get really afraid of credit, and credit is it's not that difficult. People look at it as like the big, bad, scary monster in the closet that they're afraid to attack.